Now we're going to try a different interval combination. We're going to do a second, a third, and a second. I'm going to go through this quickly. Diagram 3. So you have this structure. So how am I fingering that? Do you remember way back in volume 1 when I talked about when I play a major third interval on the third and the second strings, I know that both notes are in the same fret. So I'm going to review the fingerings. I can go 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3. I can do straight ahead bars, of which I'd have 4 of them. And then I have my double stop fingerings, where I just play just those 2 strings and I leave the first string open. Well, I need one of those right now. So my structure is A, B, D sharp, E. Second, third, another second. So what chord would that be? We're going to play it over the B jam track because I want you to be gratified with some of these sounds. Sounds pretty hip there, doesn't it? Let's say my drum machine broke and I didn't have it. I need to put the B bass in on my own. Now I hear it as a B something, right? Well, how am I going to figure out what it is? I've got a flat 7, a 1, a 3, and a 4. So it's a B7 add 4. How am I going to finger that? Well, if you're not accustomed to using these double stop fingerings, you might have to do something like that. That doesn't work, even if you get the notes clear. You're going to be pulling this A sharp because you're pulling it toward the nut. You could rotate like this, but again, it's getting pretty cramped. So, what other option do you have? The two-handed approach. And actually, that's what you're going to have to do, because if we move this through as a chord scale, our next structure, each note goes up to the next note in the chord, or excuse me, in the scale. Well, that's the only way you can play that, is with 2 hands. So do you see how you're going to move these structures through? Now, since it starts on this B add 4, B7 add 4, try playing it over the jam track that has the B and the bass. If I were to play that over the jam track that has the A and the bass, it's not bad, is it? Because now I have an A add 9 with a flat 5, add sharp 4, Lydian sound, sharp 11. And then when I move it up, and you just take your time, you just go through these. You hear the structures? Take it slow. What I suggest is you just maybe take one voicing out of diagram 3, spend some time on it, like 3, 4, 5 minutes over one jam track, so you saturate the tonality, so you hear it over that tonality. Then take a little break and sort of revisit the sounds that you were creating and play them a lot of different ways, with the right hand. Then go back, play the exact same chord voicing over another jam track. Now, a couple of the jam tracks with any particular chord voicing might sound brutal, might not even be usable. You'll say, well, I don't need to spend any time on that. Then that's fine, that's your call. But the ones that intrigue you, that you find appealing, even if it's a stretch for you, say, okay, I need to spend a little more time. It's kind of like learning a new flavor. If you go and eat exotic foods, you're going to encounter some spices and some ingredients and mixes that your palate's not accustomed to, right? You got to spend a little time and acquire a taste for it. That's how it is with some of these voicings, and I'm going to repeat this. You're coming probably from a guitarist standpoint, sonically. You're used to hearing certain voicings. And this is going to sound strange because you're voicing things in this very close fashion. All right, so enough on that one. That was a second, a third, and a second.